3 mistakes you're making when you try to answer the IELTS Speaking Part 2 question, describe the last time you went to a museum. I'm Teacher Dan, the IELTS expert who has helped many students just like you improve their band score above their target with just 1 month of classes. The first mistake you're making when you get this question is simply, you don't love this question. I met so many students who say they hate talking about art. They don't like art, or they don't know about art. That's bullshit. IELTS Speaking Part 2 is all about you and what you think, and everyone loves to talk about themselves. And if you don't, you better start. The second mistake that's keeping your score low and making you sound like a fool when you speak English is that you try to talk about art like it's a science. So many students have had the bad habit of trying to explain or teach things when they speak English, which is understandable because everyone they have spoken English to has been teaching them. So naturally, they learn to talk like a teacher. In real life, this is not good. And on the test, this will drop your band score 2 points immediately. Art is real. However, it's personal. Art, of course, has looks and colors and size, but it's more than that. Art is about feelings. It's about how you feel when you experience the art. When you talk about your last visit to the art museum, you will be talking about your feelings. And this is super interesting to IELTS examiners. They will love you and respect you and give you a higher band score. Woo! The last mistake people make is when they imagine the art that they want to talk about, and then they get stuck on that one piece, trying to describe everything about it. Even though we might have a good idea, the execution is bad. And this is something I teach in my course. Start big and then talk small. What does that mean? I have a very simple to follow 7-step process that will give you a band 9 in your speaking. If you follow the steps, you start big, simply saying, my last trip to the art museum was great because blah, 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 blah. And then as you follow the steps, you will describe your experience in the art museum, how you felt overall, and then maybe one piece that really caught your eye. You don't even have to describe what it looks like, just a general idea. And then you go small into your feelings. All right, I'm going to give you a band 9 example of how to describe your last trip to the museum. I want you to take a moment to make sure you like and subscribe to this channel right now. This is the best IELTS channel you will ever find. Also, I want to encourage you to go to a museum like this Museum of Cham Sculpture in beautiful Da Nang. Because if you are one of my students and you do that, you will get 20 of my cryptocurrency called Marks. Marks is a revolutionary new cryptocurrency for students and teachers. Everything that you study in school, every homework and test that you complete, you get money that you can use to pay for classes, and you can use this money to get bonus points on your assignments. You can even sell the cryptocurrency for Vietnamese dong. Whatever you want to do, feel free to ask me about it in the DMs. Now, here is your band 9 answer. Make sure to like this video if this is helpful. Let me think for a moment. The last time I visited a museum was the Museum of Cham Sculpture. I think that museum was great and a very worthwhile experience because I saw some of the ancient history of Vietnam and learned about this culture which I knew nothing about. For example, as I walked around the museum, it was quite hot. Looking at the giant stone sculptures, some of them weren't really my cup of tea. However, some of them were really thought-provoking. The museum had a QR code system. I scanned it and learned about this one very cool religious sculpture. It made me so appreciate the care that went into these characters. Their poses were symbolic. Each character had a name, and overall, it was very big, and it made me feel like I was so small compared to the massive world of history. That's this. In the future, I will try my best to get to more museums, even when the weather's hot, like it was on my last trip. I think everyone should make the effort to experience our human culture. If people can be connected to their past, they might be able to connect more with the people in their present, and society might be more unified and harmonious. I just keep thinking about walking past this one intricately carved stone pillar. Take a look. I'm thinking about this pillar and its craftsmen. What they must have been feeling as they climbed up these giant pieces of stone. They could have been afraid of heights like I am. They didn't have the safety regulations we have today. So to carve this art would have been risking their lives. I look at it on the display, double my size. The people who built it are long gone, but I hope they at least had some tiny idea of the future impact their risk and sacrifice and hard work would have on the world.